I'm Imogen and I'm a second year university student in Manchester. My pronouns are she, her.
Hello, my name is Esther. I'm a first year law and criminology student at Cardiff University.
My name's Eva and I'm a final year student at the University of Manchester.
Hi, I'm Danny. I study history and politics at the University of Westminster and I'm a first.
Hi, my name's Ellie Sue Corderbank and I'm a first year law undergraduate at Manchester Metropolitan University.
Hiya, my name is Hermione and I'm a final year A-level student.
Hello, my name's Jude. I'm 17 years old, I'm from Sheffield and I currently attend sixth form. I'm in year 12.
Hi, my name is Erin Marlowe. I am 25 years old from Leicester. I have a stammer and I am currently studying Level 3 Health and Social Care.
What defines good mental health to me is that you're happy and confident in your own body, about yourself, that you don't feel anxious of a noise or hearing something, that you don't have many worries, you're just going around your day enjoying yourself, and like that you're just a naturally confident person, that you can achieve what you want to achieve, which shows that you have good mental health because you don't have many problems to worry about, which like means that you can achieve high in school, do well in sport. They would be some of the things that good mental health means that you can excel.
I would say that good mental health is having a good lifestyle balance, as being a student is hard, you're having to work for long hours and it can be draining. So balancing that out by doing sports and hobbies I think is a good way of having a break from that, and it can have a positive impact on your mental health.
Mental health to me means to look after my body and not only my mind. For an example, going for a walk, seeing my friends, or just doing anything which doesn't involve my degree. As I'm someone who does do a lot of work, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I found that using a weekly planner has really helped me and had a big positive impact on my mental health, as it's enabled me to not only spend time with my friends but get a whole lot more work done, as I can spread my work throughout the week and make more time for myself as well.
I define good mental health as being surrounded by people who you love the most and also doing something that you enjoy. For an example, I like to go to a yoga session on a Sunday morning, which really helps me with the fluency of my speech and also puts me into a positive mindset for the week.
I would describe good mental health as something which enhances your ability to overcome the challenges that life inevitably throws at you, particularly by feeling, expressing and dealing with your emotions in a manner which keeps both you and the others around you safe and happy.
The way I would define poor mental health is you're unable to manage how you feel, think and act. So all these thoughts and feelings, you just feel like they're overwhelming, and every day starts to seem like it's the same day repeating over and over again. It's also about not being able to reach out to those people that you usually know care about you and support you in the best way possible. It's also feeling like you're unmotivated to do anything, and even getting out of bed seems like such a huge task to you.
I would say that bad mental health is overloading yourself and doing too much, and it's important that you have a break. And also from a student's perspective, making sure that you're doing something that you enjoy. So research, for example, a degree that you want to do. Make sure you find something that's the right fit for yourself, because you don't want to go and do something for 3 years or 4 years and it's something that you don't enjoy. So make sure that you find something that's a really good fit for yourself.
I define poor mental health as feeling very isolated and struggling to get on with your daily routine.
For me, when I have poor mental health, I don't really care about my studies. I don't do the work, I just go on my phone, I just sit in my bed, or I just chill. And that can really affect my studies in terms of getting the grades that I need or that I want, and just performing well in school.
Poor mental health will impact my studies by me not going to uni, not acting the right support, me falling behind in my courses, and me just getting overwhelmed and getting more anxious and more stressed out about it. So it'll be more unhealthy. I won't be eating right, I might be eating more. And I feel like poor mental health and my studies will be impacted by not just focusing on what's right.
I think one of the biggest ways that poor mental health can affect young people in education is it gives them issues and barriers to attain success in education without giving them the means to describe the issues that they're having without it sort of feeling awkward or feeling difficult for them. So I guess that moves on pretty easily to the question of, well, what support do young people need then to be able to create that? And I would say that it would be reducing that stigma for, you know, students to talk to their teachers about, you know, rough times and, you know, externalities. Things might be going on at home, things might be going on. You don't have to you don't have to divulge about all those things and the details. But I think making it more normal to say to your teacher, really sorry, can I have an extension on this? I've had a really rough week. Or I'm not feeling too well, and that not feeling too well, not having to be, I've got a cold or I'm off or, you know, I'm physically ill. I think understanding that I'm not feeling well can be something to do with your mental health. I think that's a really important thing.
Poor mental health can really impact your studies, regardless if you're in secondary school or university. It plays a key role in a reason why you cannot fulfill your potential. Because you're worried about other things than just your studies, which is a key thing. So instead of passing your GCSEs and A-levels and doing well in university, they can all be impacted by poor mental health, which is one of the worst things, because you don't show your true self when you're worried about your anxiety. That is one of the worst things for students, because you can't show your true self and progress on.
I think one word to describe my mental health during university would be turbulent, especially during first year. The pandemic really impacted my experience. Just being stuck inside, doing everything online in a city I wasn't really familiar with people I didn't know, was really tough, and I did feel really lonely. I actually emailed university around December of my first year asking about the dropping out process, and I received what I can only describe as a really unsympathetic email in response with just, okay, yeah, this is how you do it. There was no sort of concern for my well-being or even really asking why I wanted to drop out. And I just feel like that reflects in general kind of an ignorance to how students really feel, and perhaps a lack of care that I'm sure the care is there, but it's not really reflected in the systems and processes in which academic staff deal with students sometimes.
In terms of a personal experience, I had a really rough time through lockdown. I didn't have a laptop to work on, and I was doing my GCSEs. I was in my final year. Well, it was year 10 all the way through to year 11. So I was in my last 2 years of GCSEs, and I struggled a lot, a real big amount. I couldn't access work because the only thing I had to access was a phone, and say if we were doing something that was a format that my phone couldn't handle or anything like that, it would be really difficult. So I went down grades in subjects. My mental health really deteriorated. I wasn't feeling good about my academic performance. I used to really enjoy school, and it made me, not like it as much. I'm really happy to say that a few select teachers really stepped up and helped me out and helped me catch up back. Now I'm back in school, and I can say I'm really enjoying sixth form. It's not the sort of thing where it is, it can end all prospects. I'm doing well in school now, and I'm really happy about it, and I owe a lot of that to my teachers, to my fantastic teachers, but also, it's okay to say it to myself as well. I've gotten through it. That's a massive part of it.
I believe that students need far more complex and intuitive education than they currently receive about mental health. The effects of not receiving such are being seen today, where students do not know what causes nor how to deal with their poor mental health. Aside from education targeted towards students themselves, I also believe that education should be targeted towards teachers, so that they may understand the problems of our youth in this day and age and work towards helping them, whether that be by offering to talk to a student in need or relaxing deadlines for schoolwork.
I think that students need more mental health support in schools, but not just during school hours. I would say in the morning before school, or even after school hours, because a lot of the time you're with your friends, or There's loads of teachers around, and you might not feel comfortable going to seek support if there's so many people around you and they can see that you go in. So I think having that access before school and after school could really increase the number of people that are going to go and seek support.
What supports the students need in education? I think they need a really, really good wellbeing team at university. Lucky for us at UA92, we have a really, really good dedicated wellbeing team. We have Steph Petru, who is a wellbeing officer, and we have Emma, who is the school counsellor.
It's instrumental that we start to change the narrative surrounding young people and hustle culture. Students have been so caught up in the way that capitalism defines happiness through the lens of productivity and success, that once we start to change the way that students experience the higher education system, we can really prevent those early triggers of mental health issues such as pressure, stress, and feelings of personal failure.
What that students need within education is having someone they can reach out to without feeling like a burden. It's very important that students have this designated person they can reach out to kind of talk about anything, whether that is academic struggles, mental health problems, or just to have a chat in general to check in on how they are doing. It's very important that the support in place for students is beneficial. So, as an example, I know a lot of universities have a personal academic tutor. That person can usually help with academic struggles. So if you are struggling on an assignment, it's usually best to go straight to them, or you can talk to your module leader. I know a lot of universities have student wellbeing in place, and there are a lot of organisations and helplines available online.
One way that students could be supported well in terms of their mental health by universities is just to kind of build a closer relationship between staff and students. I think what's missing between school and university is at school, I felt like I really knew my teachers, I really trusted them, and I had quite a strong relationship with them, and I could have spoken to them if something's wrong, whereas I feel like university is a lot more impersonal. You don't get that sort of connection, and I think it does feel a lot more difficult in that way then to motivate yourself and to feel confident in your ability and just to have someone to talk to. It ends up that if you want to reach out for support, you're speaking to strangers, you're speaking to staff that you don't know and that you don't necessarily trust to confide in. So I think building that stronger relationship would be really helpful.
My only advice to students who are struggling is please let others know. Mental health is too important to be left hidden. You'd be surprised not only how many people are facing similar struggles, but also how helpful letting others know can be. So if you are struggling, please, please, please let others know. It will help.
People at university who are struggling with their mental health would be to just not put too much pressure on yourself, to have regular breaks, to do things which isn't involving your degree is really important. I personally invested in a weekly planner, and I felt that that really helped me to balance my social life and my education. And I feel like people don't talk about how overwhelming and scary uni can be sometimes. A lot of us have moved from a completely different area. I personally had never been to a city before when I went to university, so to me it was really scary. And I think it's okay to have days where you miss home and you feel anxious or you don't feel like doing your work, and that is perfectly fine. Everyone needs to have days off, and I think it's really important to make time for your friends and to not get really overwhelmed with your work and just do your work, because I've been like that in my personal experience, and it definitely isn't good for your mental health. So to definitely have regular breaks is really important.
My advice to other students that may be struggling with their mental health is just to talk to others. I really feel that you're not as alone as you think. People do understand. Often it's a case of not wanting to say and not wanting to start the conversation, but once you do, you'll really find that everyone else will open up to you as well. And it's really unhealthy to bottle it up. It doesn't achieve anything. It will make you feel worse. And the best thing you can do is talk to someone.
I would say that if you are struggling with your mental health in education or at school, I would really advise you to talk about it with your friends and your mentors or any teachers that you know of. There are even helplines that are readily available for you, even 24/7 for mental health. And I would really encourage you to talk to anyone about it, just because Like, you're not meant to go through this alone, and it is a battle, and it is something that a lot of people do struggle with. So keep in mind that you're not alone in this journey, and there are people that are willing and want to help you. So be sure to reach out to those people and to those helplines so that you can get the best support available to you.
Also, I'd give to students who are struggling with their mental health in education is to reach out for support. There are loads of people out there, loads of helplines, organisations, academic staff, student wellbeing ready to help support you. As much as it's difficult and it seems really hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, it will get a lot easier and it does get better. Make sure you're reaching out to friends, making sure you've got time for hobbies, self-care, and ensuring that you are looking after yourself. Remember that a lot of your friends are only a message away. Sometimes just even meeting up with them, asking for a chat can actually help with your overall mental health. Remember, if you're struggling with the academic side of things, academic staff are always there to help you out.
I suggest speaking to someone who you trust and they can put you on the right path for support.